right, here's the thing. Here's what happened. My alarm clock went off, right? And like when my alarm clock went off, it just messed everything up. I know. One alarm will stop production like that. It's fine, though. It's fine. Yeah. What was I talking about? It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Let's get on with the show. Whew, I was on a rant, wasn't I, that episode? I told myself I shouldn't post this. But you know what? I'm trying to change who I am. And changing who I am means putting myself out there in a different way. So, here we are. Let's do this. A lot of stuff to talk about this week. I'm going to go with the headlines first and just see where that takes us. Because, there's a lot of headlines out there. A lot of people talking about a lot of different stuff. A lot of information being put out there in the world that we don't fully understand. So, let's see what's going on. I've already checked the news. It really isn't much going on. Like there's a Warner Brothers movie, like a Coyote versus Acme movie that was shelved. Jacob Elordi turned down Superman because it was too dark. Chris Pratt, Garfield voice, is tearing some fans apart. The Simpsons says that Homer would still strangle his son, Bart. That's still going to be a thing. There's one article that I really caught my eye. It was talking about the future of Kang inside of the MCU. And it's a season 2 situation with Loki, Jonathan Majors. And it's from comicbook.com. I can't see who wrote it. I wish I can tell you who wrote this, but yeah, it's pretty much talking about like what's going to happen to King, like because the show is telling you how they're changing things around with King the Conqueror, and MCU got to change their whole thing because of what happened with Majors. They can't keep banking on this money on him now. So yeah, there's a new Ghost Rider. He's looks like he's yes, he is. He's a blonde white guy. Hey, I could be wrong. I'm just going on this picture alone. I could be wrong. Who knows what I'm talking about? But like from what I see from this picture by itself, he's a blonde white guy. So yeah, it's whatever. I'm not really surprised about like how there's new characters coming out right now. Like, they're gonna get pushed to the side. I'm like, you got to put some new blood out there. Though. That's how comic books work. Harris Ronson, put some new blood out there. If they work, they work. If they don't, toss them to the side. But if they really work and they are a new legacy character, you change their names, and you give them like a different ability. That's different, a little bit different than what it was before. It's still kind of there, but then, the fans would be attached to that character and not their power. X-Men really honed in on that, which is why the X-Men property is probably like every big Marvel fan usually gravitate more towards either Spider-Man or the X-Men. There's a reason for that, because they know how to change their characters around and the powers and the stories and make it interesting. Avengers, Thor, Iron Man. All those other characters, no one really put too much thoughts or emphasis on those characters. I mean, Daredevil and the Defenders, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Strange, all the characters, they're a little bit different. They got their own different realm and niche they cater to. But yeah, like the big ones in Marvel, they were always just kind of there, kind of like the Silver Age Justice Society. Kind of like that. I think you all get it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, just check out my workshop. I got nothing for that. Jack Quaid gives my Superman Season 2 updates. There's going to be a Season 2 of the Superman show, which I can talk about now. Oh my goodness. That show was so good. Oh my gosh, My Adventures of Superman. I want to talk about that so bad. And I could have made a review and that would be that. Like I told myself, nah, just wait. But My Adventures of Superman was so good. It was, I did agree with some of the fans, like saying like Superman was a little wimpy at times. Superman has like a tendency to be a little bit wimpy because he has all that power. He's an alien. He's not like a human man, so he wouldn't be like confined to like the machismo that is attached to humanity on Earth. So yeah, but like it was a different kind of feel to this. But like I feel like a lot of times that Superman like either whimpered or felt sad. Like it was sensical. It had a reason and a rhyme to it. So That's my little mini review of that. I also thought Lois was not as overbearing as she has been portrayed in other properties. I thought like she was very, very gung-ho, but knew when to dial it back. It was a very different feel of Lois, but she was still like, I'm in charge, I'm independent of myself and things around me that I think are just or fits my moral code. But it wasn't imposing. It was a different feel of Lois Lane, and I really appreciate it. And then Jimmy was Jimmy. Like, no joke. They captured Jimmy pretty well in this. And he was a different kind of Jimmy. But he was still, if you read Superman comic books and you read Jimmy Olsen comic books, they captured Jimmy very well. 100%. So, no comments at all on the Jimmy Olsen on the My Adventures of Superman. There's a Super Mario Monopoly game. Wow. With electronic blocks, questions. Wow. And dirt cheap for Black Friday. All right. Oh my God, it's Black Friday. Have you guys been going to stores lately? Because these stores are packed with items. They want this Black Friday to be crazy. The most craziest Black Fridays ever. I will not be partaking again in Black Friday. I can't. I used to work retail, so no. Not happening. What else we got? Oh, Arby's has launched a Good Burger. Good Burger 2, a meal. Move over, Burger King. Arby's says, we got this. Because they got the meats. And Paramount Plus, apparently. And anime. Arby's got a lot of stuff, really. More than Burger King sometimes. Burger King had the Spider-Man burger. And that was red. You can't see my face, but I'm just wandering off into nothingness thinking about that. Anton ate that thing. And the Blue Beater Boo Burger that I was supposed to eat, but I didn't get it in time. I know it was limited, and I didn't get a chance to eat it. That's sad. I know. I dropped the ball on that one. Oh, no. I'm not eating a Blue Burger. I mean, I tried. I really did, but I'm not eating a Blue Burger. No, thank you. Literally, the day I remember to go and do it was the day, the very day it had to stop. So I couldn't do it. But I didn't talk about it on the podcast, but I'm talking about it now. I didn't eat a Blue Burger, but thank goodness that I didn't, because my goodness, could you imagine? Could you imagine a conversation you have with yourself after you digested that? I don't want to have that talk. Hey, buddy, why's that blue? Oh, yeah. Ate a fucking Blue Burger. You know what I mean? No, thank you. I get a lot of comments about how I do my podcast. Yeah. A lot of you laugh along with me as I'm saying this ridiculousness. I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes you're around me, it will be like this. Just like it is on the podcast. Sometimes I get in my head and things get a little wacky. So I excuse myself. With people I don't feel comfortable with, I will excuse myself if I get a little wacky. But the cons have been fun. I got to submit my information to AWA so I can go back next year, because we need that to happen. It was fun, and they're moving to the Georgia World Congress Center, so that's going to be fun. But that's your news. I don't think I want to do shows to check out this week. Metacritic is still doing this thing, and I haven't done anything on Metacritic. I haven't done any comic books of the week either. I have been reading comics, though. Guess who started Infinite Frontier? This fucking guy. That's just swear to show. I finally read the first 3 pages of Infinite Frontier. I talked myself out of reading any more of it because it was a little hype. I've been waiting for Infinite Frontier, and it starts out with Justice Society. Yeah, I said, okay, let's dial this back, because the Justice Society has showed up even before the credits of the comic book has started. So yeah, we're gonna take a little break, because I see Alan Scott with his son, Obsidian, Alan Scott. So yeah, Tim Scott. Yeah, and Jade is happening, something with her. So no, hell no. I stopped reading that immediately. So yeah, no. All the things I love about the Justice Society, right in the first 3 pages, no. Calvin Harris has showed up and talking about a different Batman, and his parents are Martha and Jonathan Kent in the very beginning. You have no idea how much it took me not to take a screenshot of that and post it on Twitter or X or Threads or whatever. What I wanted to, and try not to do that more often. So, yeah. This would have been like a 20-minute long podcast, but now you got to listen to 2 installments. See how I did that? I tricked you all. Razzmatazz. Ed Tunnell and I are coming back to do Table Cheese. Game Awards nominations starting up soon. The FTO Awards going to be starting up soon. Going to get some nominees for that. It's going to be like community based this to go around. So brace yourself for that one. Also, Tashi J and Justin Blaze going to be doing FTO podcast with me, with this guy, coming soon. I got a brand new episode of like the FTO news, like the 1.5 minute long segment that I put on Instagram and TikTok. That's coming back. And I got to do a full installment. Hopefully Princess Zahida comes back and does that with me. But, she has a busy schedule. If she doesn't, it's whatever. Like, not whatever. Like, I don't care because she listens to the podcast. And, like, talking like that it's not the best thing to do. I want her to come back and do this. But she's busy. She got a lot of stuff going on. If she doesn't come back, like, I'm pretty sure you guys will be understanding. Whew, I was too flippant about that one. Whoo-hoo. Oh, I'll talk myself out of a co-host situation. Zahida, if you're listening to this, I apologize for how caveat I was with that. That was not called for. But yeah, she's busy doing a lot of stuff. But like, as I talked about in other podcasts, she's very still like involved in like in the FGO processes. And like, I'm always here for her insight because she is like very intelligent in what she does. So like, and she gets like the whole field of social media and like how things work and like how people see stuff and like schematics of likes and dislikes. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's always a fun time chatting with her. But, like, hopefully she comes back for Blurred News, the full installment, to give you the artist of the week. Because she picked some good stuff. She was one of the first persons I know, like, who really got into, like, the whole AI art field. And, like, after we did a whole episode about that, like, AI really took off. Like, I really started seeing it everywhere else after we talked about that episode of her putting AI out there. So, like, her view of, like, the art world on social media is very vast and very knowledgeable. And, like, I really miss it. I really do. Again, if you're listening to this, I miss you on the show. But it's coming back. Other stuff is more cons, but the year's wrapping up. I'm not going any more cons by the end of the year. This is usually the hiatus time. So brace yourself for FTO Awards. Hopefully I can get Justin to do it with me. Hopefully I get some more people to do it. I want to get Tachi J opinion about like, do like the best Broadway stuff this year because she's been on top of it. Or, most anticipated, 2024. What? Because the Game of the Year stuff is there. Whew. We're going to be talking about a lot of different games next year. We just are. Like, TV shows going to be on point next year. Like, the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys. That's going to be... talked about. We all took a little break. It's fun to be back, though. But yeah, that is the show. It wasn't as exciting as I wanted it to be this week. I gotta go to work for like half an hour after I just worked already. So, and I gotta get up early. You know what? I'm just gonna go home. Screw it. I'm not even kidding. I'm just gonna go home and just do what I want to do. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Whatever. This title is not gonna be the same title as the first one, but hey, you've already listened to the entire podcast, so none of that even matters. Whatever you're seeing the name of the show. You've been watching it this entire time as you're driving or doing work or whatever while you're listening to this. I am D of FTO Nerd Talk. You can find me primarily on Instagram. I know. Don't ask. Why Instagram? As some people will say to me. Because it's what's hot. And it's just easily accessible to do what I want to do on it. And there's no strings for me on there. I can do whatever I want to do because I know the rules like the back of my hand. So, and the rules will keep changing themselves because I keep like bending them all the time. So, there you go. Facebook is attached to Instagram, so like it's similar. I'm not really a Facebook guy. Facebook is like the CBS of social medias. Don't judge me. I was around when MySpace came out, so definitely don't judge me. You guys remember FooBar? Anyway. If you know, you know. I'm going to be more on TikTok because I need to see what the young folks are doing. If they're still using TikTok, who knows? There's going to be some new thing coming up because it's been regulated so much with TikTok. YouTube, I'm trying. It's whatever. I'm trying. YouTube. I feel like YouTube is the best place for elongated videos. That's in a landscape format. So Zoom calls and FTO News. Yeah, pretty much. I feel like that's what I should call the show that's on YouTube is FTO News and Blurred News. Who knows? Whatever. We'll see. FTO presents Blurred News. Who knows? We'll see. Whatever. Just tossing darts to a wall and see what happens. You know what I mean? That's how we do stuff here. So, yeah, you know where to find me. I'm not going to put any captions inside this one. I'm very lethargic this week. Very. My body hurts. I went to the gym. Some guy told me, hey, you're doing your workout wrong. You're gonna wreck your rotator cuff by lifting weights like this. I'm lifting like 30-pound weights, but I'm lifting them as if they're frisbees. I'm really strong. I'm not boasting. Like I'm very strong. So I'm just flipping around in my hand, like tossing them side to side like they're fucking hot potatoes. There's a second swear to show as we're closing it up. And he tells me like, hey, like you really put like the weights in your legs and lift them up with your legs so like you like don't wreck your rotator cuffs. I'm thinking to myself like, hey buddy, I am bigger than you are and I've been doing this for almost 20 years. I don't need you telling me how to do workouts. So yeah, my form may be off every once in a while, but I don't need someone telling me how I should not lift weights when my body tells me, hey buddy, you can do this all day if you wanted to. So yeah, I know that's not like an indication like your body's going to be okay, but like what he was telling me was irrelevant for me. I know my body. And like, same thing for you. If someone tells you like how to work your body at a gym, they're intimidated by you. Period. I don't care what the situation. I'm gonna make a generalization about this completely. They're jealous of you and your goals and what you're doing. Like what you're doing threatens them, and they don't know what to do with themselves. So they gotta say something to you. Let them. Then you know where they're at, and you know exactly where you are, right where you're supposed to be, getting those damn gains. You feel me, son? Let's do it. Whoop whoop. Anyways. I just saw the Little Beast post something on her page, and she's very excited about her body, like new muscle acquired. Very happy. It was a great moment. I feel like I need to start tagging these people I'm talking about on here, so you guys know what I'm talking about, and you can go visit their page. But lethargic, right? Yeah. Jeez. Anyway, this is D, FTO Nerd Talk. Until next time. Take it easy. Hey guys, D here of FTO Nerd Talk. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about FTO Nerd Talk. Got a lot of different shows for all of you. Make sure you tune in every week for a brand new episode. Take it easy.